about vocal registering. So, can you elaborate on that?
Vocal register, in a way, is somewhat of a gray area, in the sense that there is some definition around it, but there are different groups of people who call the same thing differently, and sometimes different things the same.
It's kind of hard to make a solid definition of it, but more or less it gives you whatever they say, it gives you kind of an approximate picture of what it can be.
What voice register means is it's kind of think of it like air vibrating inside a closed cylinder or a string vibrating. So there are vibration modes, right? For example, take violin. Violin has 4 strings, right? So each string has a maximum pitch, right? You cannot go above that. So you have to go to the next string, right? However, before you reach that max on that string, you can switch over to the next string, right? So there is that overlap between the 2 strings, right? But then there is always a max for a string and always a min also for a string, right? So think of vocal register like that. So we have, say, 3 strings inside our voice, right? Nobody explains it like this, nobody represents it like this, but we tend to think like that. So, it's easier to explain to people.
More like in a layman's terms or something.
Right, yeah. So think about, there are 3 strings or maybe 5 strings, and so then we basically get to, so there are different, basically these are different vibration modes, or so different sets of muscles do the work. That's all it is. So when we speak, we feel a vibration near our chest, like right now. So even you can do it. You can try to do just
right.
Make some sound.
Just talk.
Whatever sound you speak. Hello, Prajesh.
Hello, Prajesh. Yeah, I can feel it.
You feel the vibration here, right? So since you feel the vibration here, this register, this string, in terms of violin, is called the chest register. There is no other reason. Chest is not generating the sound. Chest is not doing anything. You just feel this vibration in the
inside
chest.
the chest.
Inside the chest.
And sometimes is this okay to say it's also called a speaking voice.
Speaking voice, yeah. That's
sometimes
another term people
use it in a very loose,
colloquial.
Much loosely. Like, okay, you have a speaking voice, but your singing voice is broken or something like that, right?
So how is it different from singing voice?
Yeah, we'll get to that. So now, chest voice equals speaking voice, so the same. They are used interchangeably. Now, when we are here, right in this range, right, and then we keep going up the pitch. So now I'm getting out of that chest voice. So it's the tonal quality changes a little bit, right? And that feeling of that vibration. So earlier, when you were in chest voice, you feel that vibration here. And as the pitch goes up, the vibration here tends to go down. And you feel that vibration somewhere upwards, yeah.
Or it starts moving upwards.
And then, so now we are getting into the maze of terminology. Different people use the different terminologies for the same thing, and sometimes the same terminology for different things. Then we get in a position which is called mixed voice. Right? So mixed voice, basically, why is it called mixed voice? Because our chest voice is produced when one set of muscle is controlling the movement of the vocal cord, and then the head voice is produced when another set of muscle is controlling. Now, what happens in the middle?
So what is the head voice?
First, if you want to you can feel in your chest. As your pitch is rising, your vibration starts moving upwards. And there's a time when it kind of actually moves beyond the jawline, inside the head.
So it's all about pitch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly. So, I mean, that at those pitches, actually, those vibrations you can actually feel in your head. And that's why it's called a head voice. I'm already in the mid range.
Right. Yeah,
I'm no longer in the chest. If I'm going chest birth, this will be my chest voice. Still mid range. Now I went to the head voice. So like, this is there. I'm hitting the head voice now.
Now, in case of male voice, there is a confusion or there is some kind of contradiction among the vocalist or vocal science community, what they call head voice. If we go by the female voice mechanism of producing sound, the male voice will sound in Western classical concept. It's called falsetto. The major difference between falsetto and head voice is very resonant and powerful. You can do dynamic variation, you can do pretty much everything that you can do in your chest voice and mixed voice. Right? So it's very resonant. Now that brings us to another topic, the falsetto, right? So you will hear about falsetto a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, and it's this is one of the very grey areas.
Very
actually.
grey area.
So what is that?
Yeah. So it's like powerless humming.
But I mean,
So it seems like I'm going into my chest voice, but it's not the real chest voice. It's still falsetto. In case of falsetto, there are some, anatomically, it's totally different how you produce that sound. You don't produce the sound with the vocal fold, you produce it with the ventricle fold. The ventriloquists actually use falsetto voice.
oh, that's a good example actually.
Yeah,
that's a
right.
good example, right? I never thought of that. Like you're talking like that with a doll in a hand. How are you doing, John? So this is basically a falsetto. So he's using a false voice to represent.
Indian classical music or normal Indian songs, Adhunik Bangla gaana, or even film songs. So do they use this head voice at all? Or?
No, not pretty much no. So only on rare occasions, singers, the female singers, not the male singers, the female singers would use their head voice. Most of the times, the upper limit of those songs mostly used to be maybe G sharp, sometimes A sharp. So when it went to A sharp, high A sharp, then they used the head voice. So and it will be like they are touching that note and coming back. So very rare use. And in the classical, never.
Because they would never sing in this range. They would always sing in much lower.
And they use some different techniques also. Instead of instead of transitioning into the head voice, if their mid range is exhausted, they have to go even higher. They get into falsetto regime. So you will notice that when they are going higher, their tone is becoming nasal. That's falsetto. That's falsetto. Because the issue with falsetto does not have any power. It doesn't have any resonance. Yeah. It doesn't have any resonance.
Yeah, I mean that is there, but what I mean is like it's not okay. It's not okay to use falsetto because we are compromising the resonance part of it,
Right.
right? But if somebody doesn't know to use a head voice and it is culturally not,
Yeah, then just learn it. If you don't know it, just learn it. If you
I mean,
have to
actually,
use it, you go
one
higher.
good thing about head voice is once you know to use it, then you open up a whole big
Almost an
range.
octave.
Whole octave is open to you.
And then there is another thing called vocal fry, which is not accepted by any
I think it's
singing community, but there are popular singers, especially in the Western world. So this is the sound. It's called vocal fry.
Vocal fry.
Vocal fry. So there are also contradicting studies about this how vocal fry affects your vocal instrument. Some people say, oh, it damages your vocal instrument.
Yeah, that's what I've heard
Some
most
people
of the
say, oh, it doesn't. Mostly by female singers. Not only singers, but many people, like normal human beings, just ordinary people like us. Heavy metals.
heavy metal basically. So when they're singing like really harshly at certain notes, like
No, that's not vocal fry.
oh, that's not
vocal.
okay.
They're just, so you are talking, I am a great dancer.
Yeah, something. So this is not vocal fry.
Yeah, so no, that's not vocal fry. That's totally different. So that's basically squeezing of the vocal fold.
That's damaging, isn't it?
Yeah, that's damaging. Oh yeah. How does it sound? It sounds kind of hilarious to me. So we got the vocal fry, which is kind of a no-no, but many people use it. We have the falsetto, right, which is also kind of a no-no, but many people use it. And then we have the chest voice,
And the head voice.
the head voice, and the mid-range, the mixed voice. The mixed voice is sometimes also called the call-out voice, because oh, hey.
Okay.
So that's the mixed voice, right? So we call out. When we call out, we use the mixed voice. So that's why it's also called call out. So speaking voice, call out voice, head voice, and that, then she was talking about the singing voice.
Singing.
Right? So
Singing voice is,
the
yeah.
call out and head voice.
Yeah,
So
singing voice
the
is
chest voice is never singing voice.
That's a speaking voice.
Right. Now, the interesting thing is, suppose you take in Western culture, you take the bass or even the baritones, they're singing in their chest voice, right? So they're singing there, but it's not called singing voice. If you go take it in Indian context, there are many singers who are very comfortable in their chest voice. They are not very good with their mid voice, call out voice, and head voice is not even used, right? So they're singing in their chest voice, but it's not. It's always out of singing voice. It's not singing voice. It's speaking voice.
But how they can sing using the chest voice?
Oh, of course you can sing using chest voice. Right, it's already in my chest voice.
You try.
All in chest voice. Then if I go up, that's my call out voice. One person uses the correct technique, optimal technique, and the other person doesn't. You can make out the difference at that time. This person will be going, the voice will be all over the place, like it will fill the whole auditorium without any microphone.
Yeah, that's done.
And this voice,
There's a window.
right, getting into the falsetto,
There's a window.
right? There is no microphone in the world that can make this voice sound like that voice.